Welcome to exercise class and congratulations. The hardest part, I think, is getting yourself to class. And I'd also like to make sure that everybody has had a glass of water before class. Especially in the morning, we're often dehydrated. So make sure you have a glass of water, and that's the clear water, no brown water. So we'll get started by just basic warm-up of breathing and sitting tall. So you can make sure that your knees are right over your ankles, and you can feel yourself lift, lengthening your spine from your hips all the way up through your crown, and begin to focus on your breathing. Nice, smooth, steady breaths, bringing all your attention to your breathing. First part of warming up is increasing the oxygen to your lungs and throughout your body. We often breathe very shallow. And that being said, we can do some basic breathing warm-ups, lengthening and opening our breathing muscles and all the chest and rib cage. So we'll also be accessing both the left and right side of our brains with our breathing. So we'll do some arm exercises. So following one hand with your eye gaze as you inhale, breathing in, feeling a lift and a lengthening, and exhale, going at your own pace. And the other side, inhale, following your hand with your eye gaze, feeling a lift and an opening. Good. And then both hands up slightly off to the side, palms up, and exhale. Following your hands with your eye gaze. And one more time like this, breathing in, feeling a lift and a lengthening and a gentle back bend, and exhale. And let's do that 3 times as if we're following our hands, but without using our hands. So you can start your eye gaze at the floor and breathe in, looking up to the ceiling, feeling an opening of the chest, a lengthening, and a gentle back bend, and exhale. Bringing your chin to your chest, and again, inhale, looking up, feeling a lengthening and a gentle back bend, and exhale. And last time, breathing in, looking up to the ceiling, and exhale, following your eye gaze down. Good, and then we can come to neutral. And let's go through warming up our joints, and we'll start with the head. So doing some nice gentle head circles, nice and slow. And if you find a spot that's particularly tight, you can stop there for just a moment, breathe into it, and then keep going. And when that feels a little more relaxed, you can go the opposite direction. Breathing nice and steady and smooth and going nice and you can get your neck nice and feeling not so stiff. Sometimes it's stiff in the morning. Good, and we can come to neutral, and then we'll work on our shoulders. So we can bring our shoulders forward, up, open the palms, bring your arms back, and relax down. And again, forward, up, open, back, and down. 2 more times, forward, up, open the palms, bring the elbows back, relax down. Last one, open, back, relax down. And then we can switch directions. We'll go back, up, dive your hands down, back, up, and dive your hands down. One more, back, up, and dive your hands down. Good. We can bring your hands to your shoulders, and we can do some nice, slow, gentle circles with your elbows. Moving nice and slow, just warming up the shoulders. Remembering to breathe smooth, letting your breath be your guide. And switch directions. Good. One more time like this. And then you can bring your hands to the back of your head and gently open your elbows and relax. Open, relax. One more time, open and relax. Good. And we can do some wrist circles, warming up the wrists. Good. And we can go the other direction. Excellent. Good. Then we can give ourselves a little massage, putting your thumb in the middle of your palm and just giving yourself a gentle massage, pressing out towards the edges of your palms. Excellent. And then you can press your thumb in your palm and gently bring your pinky in towards your heart. Gentle arthritis stretch. Good. And the other side. Pressing your thumb in the middle of your palm and giving yourself just a nice massage, waking up the hands. Good. And then press your thumb in the middle of the palm and gently bring your pinky in towards your heart. Good. We'll come back to the hands for some arthritis stretches in a moment. Let's move on to the spinal flexions. So focusing at your heart center, we'll do some spinal flexes, hands on your knees, and bring your chest through your arms. Good. Exhaling as you push through your back, but keeping your chin level. And coordinate this movement with your breath, breathing in forward. Exhale back. And just go at your own pace. This should feel nice. And you can always do this if you're sitting somewhere, stuck, sitting for a long time. Breathing in forward. Exhale back. Good. Inhale forward. And exhale back. One more time like this. Inhale forward and exhale back. Excellent. You can come to neutral, and finding neutral, you can find the top ridge, the top edge of your pelvis. We like to call these sometimes our headlights. And so for finding neutral, a neutral spine, the headlights aren't pointing down, overarching the back, and the headlights aren't pointing up, straight ahead. Excellent. Now we'll bring the attention down to your navel, and we'll do spinal swirls, warming up your hips and your low back. So first, focusing on your navel, bring your navel forward, to the side, to the back, and to the other side. Always going nice and slow with your spine. Going around in a circle. You can coordinate with your breathing. Breathing in as you expand and come forward. And exhaling as you come to the back, compressing. One more time around like this. Forward, to the side, back, to the other side. And we can switch directions. Side, back, other side. Breathing into the front and exhaling as you come to the back. One more time around like this. Good. Then come to neutral. Now let's do some arthritis stretches, making for your hands, making a fist with your palms, and do some circles, nice and slow as you bring your arms out to the sides. Excellent. And then bringing your palms, rotating the circles in the other direction, bringing your wrists in towards the front. Great. Okay. Then one more stretch. You can bring your arms out to the side point your fingers up. Should be able to feel that all the way up your arms. And then point your fingers down. Very good. And up and down. Good. Okay, now we can move on to the legs. Bring one leg up and point, flex, point, flex, point, flex, and alphabet with your big toe. Remembering you don't have to go too fast, just go at your own rate, at your own speed. And then when you're done with that, lower that leg and bring the other leg up. Point, flex, point, flex. One more time, point, flex, and alphabet with your big toe. Remembering to breathe smooth, quality breaths. Good. Lower that leg when you're done. Excellent. When you're ready, you can bring both legs up, remembering that you're engaging your stomach to protect your spine, and you can point and flex, point and flex. One more time, point and flex. And now we'll do some leg strengthening exercises, our little Jane Fonda. So you can either use a ball or a yoga block. If you're using the ball, you can just make sure that the ball isn't too big. We like to use the beach balls in classes. You can deflate them to the right size. And if you can sit towards the edge of your seat and try to get the ball or the block above your knees. So we're not compressing the knees, but we're pressing the adductors, our legs and our muscles in our legs that protect our knees and help support our knees. Very important for preventing arthritis in the knees. So commonly this muscle is weak. So we're going to squeeze, we're going to compress, squeeze and hold for 10 seconds. Don't strain, but a nice moderate squeeze. Not pulsing, but holding. We'll do this 3 times. Okay, when you're ready, and we'll squeeze, hold, 2, 3, 4, 5, breathing, 7, 8, 9, 10, release. And again, squeeze, hold, 3, 4, 5, breathing, 7, 8, 9, 10, and release. Excellent. All right, one more time, and squeeze, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, release. All right, and we're not done there. Now you can put it between your ankles. You can sit back a little bit if you need to. Hold on to the arms of the chairs and squeeze and lift your legs. You should be able to feel this all the way up your legs, and hold and release. All right, one more time, and lift the legs, engaging the core, and squeeze and release. Excellent. Now we're ready to do some standing poses, a little bit more warm up, but if you prefer, you can do all these exercises seated as well. So some days are better than others. If your knees are bothering you, or if your balance is feeling off, please do these seated as well. And some of the poses I will show the seated version along with the standing version. Okay. So we'll come to standing. I'm going to move the chair out of the way, but have your chair in front of you so that you can use it for support, balance if you need to. Okay, and make sure you're aware of the spacing around you. Make sure there's nothing behind you that you might trip over or get in the way. Okay, so we'll do a little bit of a wide stance, And we'll bend the knees and we'll breathe in, reaching up, reach through the fingers. And exhale. Good. And inhale, pushing through the floor so you're not sinking into your knees. Exhale. You're using your quads. One more time. Inhale. Excellent. And exhale. Good. Now let's see if you can hold that, do the horse stance. Hold the squat. Just make sure that your knees are pointing in the same direction as your toes. And we'll come down into a squat. Stay there and breathe. Bringing your arms up, breathing in and push down through your legs. You're staying in a squat, but you're using your quads, and you can activate your quads by pushing through your feet. So you're not sinking into your knees. Maybe one more. Breathing in and push to come up. Excellent. Let's do the Tai Chi moves now. So first we'll do the pushing the wall away, and I'll just show you one thing you can do. You want to always make sure your knee stays over your ankle, so your knee doesn't go past your ankle. So you can use your chair as a guide if you need to. Okay? So we'll do the pushing the wall away. You keep your weight centered back and step and push the wall away. Excellent. Breathe in and come back. You can step, push the wall away, and step back. Again, step, and then pull back, and do it again on the other side. If you're seated, you will step, one leg back and forward, push the wall away. One more time on the other side, push the wall away. Excellent. Okay, and then we'll do the opposite move, what I like to call the how do you do. So your head and your arms and your bottom are all counterbalancing each other. So your arms start out forward, step back, bottom goes out, head comes down, arms are back, bring your front toe up. Good, for a nice calf stretch, hamstring stretch. Bring your arms up as you step forward, and the other side, step back, arms go back, spine stays straight, back leg bends, and come up. One more time on each side, step back. Good, pushing through the bottom, back leg bends, keep your spine straight. Excellent. Let's do one more on this side. Step back, front toe comes up, stretching the calf, and come up. Excellent. Now let's do the twist. So nice and slow. The main thing here is that you're getting movement in your hip. So it's nice and slow. It's a slow twist. And you're not twisting your standing leg. You're using that quad to support you. We're just getting some lubrication in the hip joint. Good for walking and keeping our balance. We want to keep our hips nice and flexible. Excellent. And switch sides. Have fun with it. Good. So you can even put your hand on a hip if you like. Just getting some movement in the hips. Good. Remembering to switch sides, and you can do this seated as well. All right. Just want to get some movement in that hip, not twisting the knee. Movement all comes from the hip. Good. Excellent. Now let's do a little hula. Okay, hands on your low back. Knees don't lock. Just getting some range of motion in the hips, nice and slow. I'm going to start working on firing up that brain here in a minute. Switch directions and bring your hands into it. Tell us a story. We'd like the sun to come out, but it's raining. There's no palm trees here. The trees are blowing. Just getting a little warm up for our other exercises. Good. And if you're seated, same thing. Just go nice and slow. You can put your hands on your lap. Good. Remembering to breathe smooth and steady. Excellent. Okay. Okay, I think we're ready for some aerobics now. Okay, aerobics. Side step. Making sure you pick up your feet. Got a nice warm up now, so we're going to start working on getting that heart rate up a little bit more. We worked into it slowly. Want to make sure we get 10 minutes of aerobics in every day, 10 minutes of getting your heart rate up. Make sure that you're picking up your feet. You can get a little toe tap pattern going. And go at your own speed, at your own rate. Remembering to breathe smooth, deeply breathing, getting quality breaths in. And as we go along in the aerobics, remember that you can always slow down. If you start to feel winded, you can take your arms out of it, right, for moving our arms around a lot. You can try sitting down. Key is just to keep moving a little bit. Maybe don't stop all the way. Okay, now let's do toe touch. And remember, at any time you can move to sitting. Toe touch. This is where can't help but to use the hands, getting ready for our spring show. I tell you, one of these days we'll do a spring show. Little line dance. Excellent. Okay, so we're going to start preparing for our gravity defying act, doing knee touches. And also what we're doing here is we're getting that right-left brain crossover function. It's really, it's good for the brain. Excellent. Really good for the muscles, for balance. Okay, and now that you got that down, we're going to bring our arms into it. So the opposite arm comes to the head. Excellent. Remembering to breathe nice and smooth, gentle, quality breathing. Nice and deep. Now that you got that down, we're going to switch it up and the arm comes to your shoulder. So it's kind of like a hug. One arm goes a little up to your shoulder, other one to your knee. Excellent. Got that down now? Okay, we're going to switch it. And we'll just do a march, picking up those feet. Hands come out, the same shoulders, out, across. Same, out, across. Same, out, across. Just a straight up and down march, no more side to side. Good. Okay, now that you got that down, we're just going to do a march. Okay, now we're going to get silly here. We're going to do a big march, laughing at gravity. Oh, you're funny. You think you got something on me? Ah, nothing. Okay, bring it back in. Okay, now we're going to do 10 knee touches, opposite hand to knee. 2, 3, 4, trying to control the movements. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Switch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Switch. Or, nope, back to a march. Making sure you're paying attention. Okay, you ready? If you want, you can pick up the pace a little bit. We're going to do just a little bit more marching, and we're going to do that routine one more time. So you ready? Big march. Laughing at gravity. You're funny. You're funny. Woo! Okay, bring it back in. 10 knee touches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Switch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Back to a march. All right, shake that out, enough of that. Let's keep it going though and do some heel touches. So you just keep your weight centered back, so it's not any more stress on your knees. You keep your weight centered back and just stick out a leg and touch your heel. Remember your breathing. Don't breathe shallow. Okay, and we'll bring our arms into it. So as we step, arms will come up, up, good, up, 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 excellent. Let's do that 3 more times, 2, 1, and let's go up and forward, forward, up, forward, up, forward, up, forward, up. Good. 3 more times. Up, forward, 2, 1. Good. Now we'll do forward and out to the side. Forward, out. Forward, out. Forward, out. Forward, out. Good. Breathing. Excellent. Let's do that 3 more times. Forward, out, forward, out. Last one, I think. Okay, excellent. Let's keep going just a little bit. With a march. No, wait. Okay, heel touch, and we'll bring the hinge at the elbows. So it always reminds me of a teenager slamming the door behind them, going, ugh. Okay, so it's kind of tricky on the brain. Your leg goes forward, arms hinge back at the elbows. Good, that's it. All right, guys, just about made it through 10 minutes of aerobics. Okay, so we're going to start to slow it down. So we're going to come down from our aerobics slowly. Okay, so let's move to a march. Normal speed, bringing your elbows up, chin up, knees up. Okay, now make sure you can have your chair in front of you. So you have your chair in front of you for balance, right? But I'll come in front just to show you. We're going to slow it down. So we're going to start slowing it down. So you're marching, right? And this is going to help with our balance. You got to use your muscles. Let's slow it down a little bit. Make sure you have that chair nearby for balance. Okay. Now we can pretend like Chariots of Fire, slow motion. One of these days I'll find that song. Okay, and then slow it down even more. You can even make the silly face. And slowing it down. Almost to the finish line. Got to put it in slow motion. Catch that last bit and slowing it down. Good. Okay, let's do 3. Reaching and stretching, breathing in. Reach, reach, reach through those fingers. Excellent. And exhale, inhale. Good. One more time. Slowing it down. Inhale, reach, 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 reach. And exhale. Excellent. You did it. 10 minutes of aerobics. That was the hardest part. Now we're going to take a water break. And I do mean water, not coffee. So let's take 5 minutes for a water break and get out your weights. So come back with weights, fully hydrated, and we'll move on to doing our weight training. Just a couple. Okay, excellent. We're almost there, halfway there. All right, so now with your weights. And remember with weights, it's important that you don't do too much because it's better to do less is more. So it's better to do less and to build up to it than rather to make your muscles just strain and grip then it's not a very productive strengthening exercise. So what we're going to do first is some twists, some oblique work, and we're going to go nice and slow with our spine. So what you can do is you got your weights. You can either do 2 if you're like me and you're working through a shoulder issue and not doing too heavy of weights. You can do both of them together, or if you're Rose, no, Rose, you can do 2. If you're a tough woman. Okay, or you can just do 1. The way we gauge if it's the right amount is that you shouldn't be bunching your shoulders up, your shoulders trying to do the work. Shoulders are down, stomach is engaged, okay? Have your weights in front of you and nice and slow, twisting your upper body to one side. Good, and then to the other side. And you'll know when you're done, when your shoulders start going up and your weights start going down. Like that. So maybe just a couple more times, side to side, nice and slow. Okay. Good. Okay, got enough. Bring them down and go ahead and put them on your arms. And if you're looking for some, I actually found these at Big 5. They're about Big 5 Sporting. I found some at Bi-Mart, but they were 5 pounds on each side and you couldn't take any out. So these ones are adjustable, pretty nice, small, they're not bulky. Okay, so arm exercises, and remember throughout our weights that you keep breathing smooth. A lot of times we hold our breath, and keep your stomach engaged to support you, neutral spine. So we'll do straight elbow lifts, and we'll count to 15, okay? So not coming all the way down, not releasing down all the way, so right about, I don't know. Anyways, okay, let's come up. Good, nice and slow and controlled movements. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, controlling the up movement and the down movement. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. Switch sides, coming up, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, that's it, 8, breathing, 9, 10, 11, 12, just 3 more, 13, 14, last one, 15. Good. Okay, bent elbow, push back. Push back. Push back. Good. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, that's it, 11, all the way to 15, 12, 13, 14, 15, and other side. And remember, if you find yourself getting too fatigued to make it through, then maybe use less weights, work your way up, okay? So come back, push back, push back. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, all the way to 15, 12, breathing, 14, 15. Excellent. Okay, now we'll do the straight arm. We'll come to the side of the chair, and you'll know you're doing this right because you'll feel it in that spot where you don't usually get a lot of a workout, okay? So it's not a swinging, but it's an active pushing back. We're not coming forward, just staying right about even with your hips. and push back. Push back, push back. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, keep going, 13, 14, last one, 15. Excellent. Switch sides, okay, and push back. Push back, push back. That's it, the straight elbow. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Excellent. Okay, last one. Bicep curls. And remember, we're going to just come out 90 degrees. We're not releasing all the way. And we're going to go nice, slow, even speed. Up as well as down, really controlling the movement. So we come up. Good. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, breathing nice and steady, 14, 15. Excellent. Last one. Come up. 2, 3, 4, controlling the up and the down. And 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, breathing, 12, 13, 14, 15. Excellent. Now go ahead and just let those drop to the side, drop to the floor. We're going to do our chair lifts. So we're going to put together all those isolations. Weight bearing is very important for prevention of osteoporosis. So we'll do this. Give you a moment to situate yourself. You can pause if you need. Okay, so I'm going to count to 10. We'll do 10 chair lifts, and you're using only your upper body strength. So we come up. Good. 2, nice and slow and controlled. 3, breathing. 4, maybe let out a little growl. All right. 6, 7, that's it, but stop if you need to. 8, 9, one more, let out a little growl. All right. Okay, now we can move on to legs. Now remember, you can do the legs sitting if you need to. The most important part is doing straight leg lifts. So when we do weights on our legs, if we have straight legs, I had read this article from a doctor, it's the most helpful for strengthening the muscles that protect your knees. So that's a lot of what I had to do to rehabilitate my knees, is to strengthen in the quads. So straight leg lifts are very beneficial. So if you're going to sit, you can still do straight leg lifts for the front. You just come to the edge of your chair and you'll lift with a straight leg. You're using your core. Okay, so if you're coming to standing, we'll go ahead and come to standing now. And you can come behind your chair, right? You can put your chair, come alongside it like this, so you have room to move your legs back and forth. Okay? So nice and tall spine, engaging your core, and remember what's doing the work is your quads. So you can even put your hand on your standing leg. Your standing leg is working, and you're using your quads to lift your leg. So we'll come up. We'll go to 12, 2, 3, 4, that's it, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Excellent. Other side. Come up. 2, 3, using your quads. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Excellent. Now we'll do back. I'm just going to demonstrate sitting. If you're seated, what you can do is you'll just lift your leg and bring it back. So you're getting a great quad workout here. So you can do them lift and push back. Lift and push back. Okay? To demonstrate, you're doing them standing. Okay? So keeping your hips staying upright. You don't have to bend over, make your leg go back really far. Just straight leg. It's the most important part. 2, 3, 4. That's it. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Other side. Come back. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 2 more. 11, 12. Excellent. Now we'll go out to the side, but I just want to demonstrate if you're seated. If you're seated, you can lift so you're not feeling like you're twisting. You know, you never want to side bend, get your knee off track. So as we're doing, if you're seated, you can come up and out to the side. It's a great workout. Lift your leg and bring it up to the side. Lift and bring it up to the side, bring it back, okay? So standing, come out to the side, come out, okay. Out, 2, 3, remember control the movement coming in, 6, using those adductors, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And other side, come out, or you can turn to the other direction. 3, 4, 5, breathing. 6, nice and steady. 7, 8, 9, that's it, we're almost there. 10, 11, 12, okay? And then the final part of the legs are the lifts. So you're going to lift your heels up on your toes and slowly back down. Up on your toes, slowly back down, just to 8. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Excellent. Now, this isn't a very big movement, but you can feel it all the way up your legs. You're going to lift your toes, so you don't have to stick your bottom out. It doesn't have to be a big movement. Just lift your toes and slowly back down. Lift, slowly back down. 3, 4, 5, that's it. 6, 7, and 8, and you did it. Take off those weights. You come to seated posture, seated position. You did it. and you can take those weights off. And we usually need a moment to get our weights all off to the side. So if you need to, you could pause at this point too. I'll wait a moment. Okay, we're almost there. Looking great. Now we're going to do some core strengthening, and I'll just talk a little bit. I know you're still getting your things off to the side. Core strengthening is really important, and I've learned this, been working on this myself, for supporting your low back. So very often in women, especially in the lower part of your abdomen, it is very weak. And that is actually very important for supporting your spine, keeping your natural curve. What can happen is when these muscles are weak, you end up collapsing in your low back, and the vertebrae, they wear because they've got that too much pressure on the front part of the spine of the vertebrae, and that leads to, yes, arthritis in the low back. So very important to work on our core strength. So as much as I know everybody loves these, let's do these. So what we can do, we'll sit back in your chair, and remember that the more you sit back, the harder it is, but that doesn't mean sitting up straight. I want to see you sit back a little bit. Cross your ankles. We're going to cross your arms, and remember your upper body does not do any of the work. Your lips will want to help, your jaw will want to help, your shoulders definitely want to help. Keep breathing smooth. This is the challenge. If it's just a little bit, that's all right. We're just going to lift the knees, but keep your upper body relaxed. Lift. Good. And you're using your core and your quads. And by lifting the legs, rather than crunching over from the top, you're really getting the lower part of your abs. Good. So it's up to you to gauge how much you can do. Relax those shoulders. And maybe one more. Excellent. Okay, now we'll practice coming to standing using our quads. So we'll do this 3 times, and then stay standing. If you're able to do standing, we'll finish up with some standing stretches and then move back to seated. Okay, so you're going to lean back in your chair, and again, the more you lean back, the harder it is. Cross your arms, feet flat on the floor, and use your abs to come forward. Bring your arms out, push through the heels, and come up. Excellent. Come back down, and really having some attention in your knees. You know, what often happens as these muscles on the inside of our legs, the vastus medialis, is when these muscles are weak, we tend to knock the knees together, and we're standing up with our knees knocked together. Not good for the knees. Where's on the knees? We want to use our quads. We want to use these muscles we've been working on. Okay, so just without looking down and losing your balance, keep your awareness that your knees are not going to knock together or bow out, especially knock together as we stand. Okay, so 2 more times. Come forward. Push your arms out. Push through your feet to come up. Good. All right, 1 more. Lean back, and we'll stay standing at this point. So come forward. Push your arms out, push through your feet, come up. Excellent. Okay, now we'll do some standing postures. So you can come to behind your chair. So you come to behind your chair, just for balance, but I'm going to stand in front of the chair so I can demonstrate. You can have your chair in front of you for balance. Okay? So you're just going to reach up, reach for the sun, through those clouds, and pull it back down to your heart. Reach, and as you're reaching, you're even coming up on the toes on that side. Reach, grab that sun, pull it down to your heart. Other side, reach, and pull down. Side, reach, and pull down. Good. One more time each side, reach, and pull down. Last one, reach and pull down. Okay, just going to put on some relaxing music. We're winding down now. Okay. So let's see, we did those. Let's do a side stretch. So what we're going to do is feet about hip width apart. Bring one arm up, but bring that shoulder down. We're not doing a shoulder crunch, we're doing a side stretch. And then you can come over to the side, and it should feel good, a nice stretch from your hip, grounding that outer hip all the way up the side. Okay, remember your shoulder doesn't have to help. Good, and now we're going to start holding our postures to cool down. We won't hold for 90 seconds. They say muscle tissue, connective tissue needs 90 seconds to remember and to be able to hold the memory of the stretch. Can you reach out to come out? Good. And the other side, your arm comes up, but bring that shoulder down and come over for a nice side stretch. And of course, one side's always tighter than the other. Breathing. Good. And reach your arm out to come out. Good. Okay. I'm actually going to the Indian music. Okay. Now we're going to do a leg stretch, and this one you can do either sitting or standing. So if your knees are bothering you, it's good to do it standing if you can, but if it's just one of those days, you could do this seated by coming to the side of your chair, and you let that leg come down, right? You're pushing through your heel, lifting through the spine, okay? And you're getting a nice stretch in this front leg and the front psoas, and if you want to bring it more into the front body, lift your spine so you're not compressing. Look up to the ceiling and stay there. That's your seated posture. Standing, this is really good. Okay, sometimes it's easier actually for some to do standing. Again, like the one in the beginning, you can use your chair so that your knee is over your ankle. You don't want your knee to go past your ankle. Okay? You're going to do a lunge, and you should feel a nice stretch in this straight leg. Breathing, and the same thing, you can use the chair also to help you lifting the spine, not compressing the spine, and to bring it more into the front body, you can look up to the ceiling for a gentle back bend. Just by lifting the chest and looking up to this ceiling, you get a nice back bend without overarching and compressing your low back. Breathe into it. You can step up, and then the other side. Again, you can use the chair if you need to. Sometimes you can use it at first, and then you get the feel for it after you've done it a few times. So you don't want your knee to go past your ankle, okay? So always one side's tighter than the other. The straight leg, you get a nice stretch. If you're seated, of course, you've moved to the other side, and you just go at your own rate, at your own speed, but you do want to try to hold these a bit longer, but not holding your breath. Breathing, okay, lifting the spine, and to bring it more into the front body, looking up to the ceiling, and a gentle chest opener and back bend. This is really good for the legs too, these standing lunges. Okay, when you're ready, come up. And now we can finish with seated postures. We'll continue with the legs. So a leg out forward. You can push out through the heel. And we're going to put our hands on the hips because we're not bending anywhere in the spine, or you're folding at your hips. Okay, so first we lift. And remember that you want the other supporting leg, your knee right over your ankle, not back, okay? Lift, and on your next exhale, fold forward to your minimum stretch. You're not pushing it all the way. And you can move your hand to your leg for support, keeping your spine straight. It's really important that we go through door number 1 before we go through door number 2, before we go through door number 3. If you just plunge right into a stretch, your muscles are going to tend to just grip and protect rather than lengthen and release the tension. And we've done a lot of work in their legs, and these are very strong muscles. Good. And if you feel a release, you feel like the intensity lessens, okay, then go a little bit more. Maybe not. Okay, and then on your next inhale, come up, other leg, lift, and fold forward to your minimum stretch. Always lifting first, and then folding at the hips. Minimum stretch. The more you push through your heel, the more you'll feel it as well. Breathing. You can fold a little more if the intensity lessens. Not pain, intensity. Okay, on your next inhale, come up. And then leg out to the side, but not without twisting your spine or bringing your hips off the seat. So both sit bones on the seat. Feel your bottom, both sides of your bottom on the seat. Knee right over your ankle, lift, and then fold towards that leg. You're folding at the hips, and you should feel it on the inside of your thigh. And we really worked that muscle, so we want to lengthen it now. You should not feel it anywhere in your back, no pinching. If you do, come out of it. Try again. First lifting. Make sure you're lifting and then folding at the hips. And you can hold that for as long, maybe a little longer. Okay? And come up. Almost there, other side. First we lift. Make sure both sit bones are on the chair. Fold towards that leg. And you should feel it on the inside of your thigh. Your stomach is engaged to support your thigh. You might feel it on the opposite side, get a little side stretch, but nowhere in your back. No pinching, nothing like that. And lift on your next inhale. Good, legs are nice and stretched out. Now just look straight ahead, your head is not turned off to the side. Straight ahead, ear to your shoulder. Point the opposite finger, and this should feel good. We spend so much time crunching up our shoulders, especially when it's cold. Okay? And then you can breathe into it, and with your head still tilted, look down to the floor. Breathe into it. And then up to the ceiling. Should bring it more into the front of your neck. Good. And then just lift your head, bring your arm to your lap. And then other side, make sure you're looking straight ahead. Bring your ear to your shoulder. Point the opposite finger. That should feel good. Okay, and then look down to the floor. That should bring it more into your shoulder and your trapezius. Breathe into it. And then with your head still tilted, look up to the ceiling. Good. Okay, now let's just do finishing up with 3 breathing exercises, accessing happy memories by raising your arms, they found. Okay, so breathing in with your arms, palms up, following your hands. Good, and exhale. 2 more times like this, inhale. And exhale. Last one. Inhale. Feel a lengthening. And as you exhale, try to keep that lift. Bring your hands, palms to your lap, palms to your lap. And very important, I know you're ready to go. Just take a few moments to let your body and your mind to just process the information that it's received. And I want you to take this time to focus on your breathing. Nice deep inhales. You can imagine breathing in that sunlight. It is up there on the other side of the clouds. Breathing it in, bringing it down to your heart with a sense of gratitude. Hold it for just a moment. Let that gratitude spread throughout your body. And exhale out any tension in the form of black smoke, just leaving your body and dissipating into space. A few more times like this, focusing on your inhales, breathing in a sense of gratitude. You met the challenge today, you did it. It is all you. That gratitude down to your heart. Hold it there just a moment. Let it radiate throughout your body. And then again, exhale out any tension, either mental or physical. And you can do this for as long as it feels good. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes to a new you, a new moment. And you did it. Congratulations. And make sure right away, before you leave, everybody drink a glass of water. And if you have any area that feels a little tender, you can always ice, ice and elevate. Yeah, hot shower. And you did it once again. Thank you for coming to class and joining me for exercise class. Have a lovely day. Okay, that's it. I did miss some